Hi, it's Rob here from drumsandword.com. How you doing? I'm doing just fine, thanks for asking. In this video drum lesson I'm going to show you how to play a drum beat from a 90s classic, My Generation by Limp Bizkit, drummed by John Otto. The drum beat itself occurs at around 12 seconds into the song, just before Mr. Durst screams, "Take me to the Matthews Bridge," which I used to think was a drumming reference. Turns out he's literally referring to a bridge called the Matthews Bridge, not a drum bridge. And I've got a free PDF for you which you can download. Check out my new website. I'm offering a new service, a subscribing service, where users can sign up for a year and they get access to every single video drum lesson I've ever recorded, plus all the new material that's released over the entire year. So you're gaining hundreds of video drum lessons streamed directly to any internet device you have. So please do check that out. I'm very, very proud of it, very excited, and I'm sure prices will be going up in the future as it gets more and more popular. So check it out now if you like. Anyway, let's get on with this lesson. So, there's not much to the hand, it's the bass drum foot, right? It's the bass drum foot that's doing all the workout. So we're basically playing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and all the way through. Snare drum beats 2 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and on the half open hi-hat. And we're playing a crash cymbal on 1, 2, 3, and then just that open hi-hat on beat 4. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then of course we get the bass drum pattern. So let's take a look at each beat on its own. The first beat, we've got this. I'm going to play all the notes on the closed hi-hat just so we can have some peace while we practice through it. So the first beat, 1 E and a into a snare drum. 1 E and a 2, followed by a snare drum straight afterwards on the E. 1 E and a 2 E and. That's a little pattern you might not be used to playing, having those bass drums fall in between the hi-hats just before and after the snare drum. 1 E and a 2 E and. Then we get an a 3 pattern, so 2 E and a 3. Then, close to the last group of 2, we got and a. So, and a 3 and a into beat 4, followed by that bass drum on the E of 4 after it. 4 E and a. So you might really want to have the sheet PDF written out in front of you, printed out in front of you as you go through this lesson with me, because as you can tell there's a lot of notes there. Much easier if you can see where they fall in between in relation to the hi-hats and the snare drums, just to get you through it. You don't really have to be able to count this to be able to play it. You can sort of see how the feet line up with the hands if that's easier for you to do. So very slowly, this is probably the best way to practice it in a row, it sounds like this. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a. Then when we loop it, we get 3 bass drum notes in a row, which is what makes this really advanced and really hard for a lot of drummers to play, including myself, playing 3 bass drum notes in a row with the single bass drum pedal. Of course you could use 2, John Otto doesn't, and I think in this kind of situation, at this sort of tempo, the more intermediate advanced drummers should be aiming to play 3 bass drum notes in a row at this sort of tempo, not 100% comfortably, but should be able to have a good go at it. So when I loop it round, listen to those 3 bass drum notes, a 1 E in a row, the hardest part of the bar when it loops back round again. Again with the closed hi-hat. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a 1 E. Now that sort of tempo, that's not bad. I'm using my normal leg technique, just up and down with the knee, 1 E for every single note. When you start to speed up, the technique on the bass drum foot changes. I talk about this in my beginner pack, where I talk about a bass drum technique. You can check it out on my website, where you start to lift the leg up and you start to flick the ankle. We haven't got this time in this free lesson to go through all the bass drum techniques in the world, but basically you're going to be flicking the pedal for 2 notes, and then for 3 notes, the first note is up in the air, and then the next 2 notes are down. I can't really do it slowly. Sloppy, sloppy, sloppy. It's a technique that I can only really do fast because it works fast. Slow, I play it 3 leg movements, but I've got 3 bass drum notes in a row. I use that technique. Up and then sort of down for the next 2 notes. And for 2 notes, up, down. It's a flicking motion with the ankle, like I said, I described that in other videos. And you can check out tons of other stuff on YouTube for free if you're interested. It's called the heel up technique or heel down technique, or heel up in this case. But there are other variations on the name. Anyway, Watch as my bass drum foot starts to change and I start to mess up as I speed it up. Here we go. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E. I find when you're drumming away, the first time you try a pattern like that, the first repetition, you kind of get it wrong. By the second time, you've sort of adjusted your foot technique and you can sort of get it nice. And you were hearing that example there, after about the first or second times I repeated it, it started to sound quite nice, or the bass drum technique started to sound quite smooth. So the next step is to play the crash cymbals on beat 1, 2, 3, and then just back to the open hi-hat for the other beat. So we've got this pattern now. I like to do a double crash on beat 1. And any other variations you like. But that's that little drum beat that occurs. A real bass drum workout. Yes, you could use 2 bass drum feet, double bass drum pedal, but I think this kind of stuff, it's really cool to have a go at playing with that single foot. Great technique workout, and yes, your legs should start to burn after 5 minutes of playing this. That's perfectly normal. So if you've got any questions, you can email me. Don't forget to download the free PDF. Don't forget to check out my new website, the subscription service. Get hundreds of full song video drum lessons, plus bonus little videos like this. And yeah, thanks very much for checking me out. Until next time, happy drumming to you.